हेलो दोस्तों, दिस इज भारत कुमार एंड यू आर वाचिंग माय चैनल निर्मल इन्फो अपडेट्स।
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
After the successful outcome of the July 6 meeting between National Security Advisor and Special Representative for Boundary Talks, Ajit Doval, and his counterpart and Chinese Foreign Minister, Wang Yi, there has been a palpable lowering of tensions between the Indian and Chinese armies along the 488 kilometers line of actual control, LAC. The aggressive Chinese People's Liberation Army, PLA, has thinned its presence at Finger 4 in Pangongso, has withdrawn from forward positions to base camps in the Galwan sector, and is on the way back to its April positions in the Gegra and Hot Springs area. Disengagement has begun with de-escalation to following next 3 weeks. 3 divisions, 30,000 troops, each of the Indian and Chinese armies are still facing each other from Ladakh to Arunachal Pradesh. There is a certain amount of satisfaction among national security planners that the Indian military stood up to PLA, but the massive bilateral erosion of trust after the June 15th flare-up has convinced the Narendra Modi government that Beijing will be back on LAC, perhaps at Depsane Plains in Ladakh, next summer. For a country which believes that it is a global superpower, 2017 Declan and 2020 Galwan are mere tactical mistakes in power projection and ambition. That Prime Minister, PM, Modi will think 100 times before he does a Wuhan or China connect again with paramount leader Xi Jinping is akin to a traffic ticket for the Middle Kingdom. For a rampaging China, it is only the big picture that matters. The Chinese expansionist posture in Ladakh is intertwined with the country's plans in the South China Sea, something that is evident by looking at the world map. Beijing wants the Chinook River alignment to be the border with India in Ladakh so that the multi-billion-dollar China-Pakistan economic corridor is further away from the Indian military positions, and also to ensure it gets a better all-weather route linking the Tibet Highway in Aksa Ichin to the Karakoram Highway south of the Kundira Pass. Pakistan's regional machinations no longer serve a strategic purpose for the United States as it used to be in the past for former American administration. Instead, the Trump dispensation now appears to be gearing up for a bigger and multifaceted battle with the dragon further east, said a European think tank. According to European Foundation for South Asian Studies, EFSIS, the fact that Pakistan, China's sworn best friend and stooge combined, no longer holds the same charm for the U.S. it once did was made evident in the U.S. State Department report which highlighted the fact that Islamabad had been designated as a country of particular concern CPC under the International Religious Freedom Act of 1998, and that it had been redesignated as a CPC in 2019. The State Department report also drew attention to the disturbing reality that Pakistani madrasas reportedly continue to teach extremist doctrine, and that many madrasas fail to register with the government or provide documentation of their sources of funding, or to limit their acceptance of foreign students to those with valid visas, a background check and the consent of their governments, as required by law. Unsurprisingly, despite acknowledging Pakistan's role in facilitating the U.S.-Taliban talks, the report did not fail to point out the devious role that Pakistan continued to play in Afghanistan. In addition to Pakistan's support to Afghanistan-focused terrorist groups alluded to above, the report asserted that Afghanistan continued to face significant challenges in protecting its borders, particularly those with Pakistan and Iran. According to a press release published on July 10, 2020, American company Boeing has completed delivery of all new A-64 Apache and CH-47F Chinook military helicopters to the Indian Air Force, IAF. The final 5 of the 22 Apache attack helicopters were handed over to the IAF at Air Force Station, Hidden. Earlier in March, Boeing handed over the last 5 at 15 CH-47F Chinook heavy lift helicopters to the IAF. Boeing completes the delivery of all A-64E and CH-47F helicopters to Indian Air Force. July 2020 News Defense Aviation Aerospace Air Force Industry posted on Saturday, July 11, 2020, 12 o'clock. According to a press release published on July 10, 2020, American company Boeing has completed delivery of all new A-64E Apache and CH-47F Chinook military helicopters to the Indian Air Force, IAF. The final 5 of the 22 Apache attack helicopters were handed over to the IAF at Air Force Station, Hindon. Earlier in March, Boeing handed over the last 5 F-15CH-47F Chinook heavy-lift helicopters to the IAF. Follow our recognition on Google News at this link. Boeing completes the delivery of all A-64E and CH-47F helicopters to Indian Air Force 925-001 Apache A-64E attack helicopter of Indian Air Force. Picture source: Indian Air Force. India is one of 17 nations to select the Apache and has the most advanced variant, the A-64E Apache, that is also flown by the US and many other countries. The A-64E Apache is designed and equipped with an open systems architecture including the latest communications, navigation, sensor and weapon systems. It has an improved modernized target acquisition designation system that provides day, night and all-weather target information, as well as night vision navigation capability. In addition to classifying air and ground targets, the fire control radar has been updated to operate in the maritime environment. It is uniquely suited to meet a commander's needs, including reconnaissance, security, peacekeeping operations, and lethal attack, across myriad environments, without reconfiguration. 20 defense forces around the world either have Chinooks in service, or are on contract to receive them. The iconic tandem rotor helicopter has been the world's most reliable and efficient heavy-lift helicopter for more than 50 years, allowing customers to operate in climatic, hot, altitude, high, and crosswind conditions that typically keep other helicopters from flying. The CH-47F Chinook contains a modern machined airframe, a common avionics architecture system, COS, cockpit, and a digital automatic flight control system, DAFCS. Those innovations and technologies will help the Indian Air Force meet evolving mission demands, maximize interoperability, and reduce life cycle costs. The Indian Ministry of Defense finalized its order with Boeing for the production, training and support of 22 A-64E Apache and 15 CH-47F Chinook helicopters in September 2015. Earlier this year, India and the US signed a contract for the acquisition of 6 Apaches for the Indian Army during US President Donald Trump's visit to New Delhi.
Yeah.